Libra. Welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. If you are returning, thank you so much. And if you're new, thank you so much. So today we're talking about February. And actually, I'll apologize in advance. I am having to clear my throat more than normal. I had the big C a couple weeks ago. But beyond that, though, January has been just kind of a bit of a roller coaster. Like I was saying in my first videos, definitely going through like a throat healing, throat chakra opening, and man, it is a ride, you know? So, which is great. Honestly, I mean, I'm happy to be on the ride, absolutely. But, and if you've ever been on any type of healing journey like that, or if you're coming up to one or planning to be on one, rest is essential. I do have some water around here, so I will try not to continue to clear my throat in your ear because I know that is annoying. So I just wanted to throw that quick disclaimer out there. So anyway, like I said, we're talking about February. And I'm using the Light Seers tarot this month, and my attention has been drawn to the cards that are on the bottom of the split when I shuffle the cards. And generally, like before I start the videos, I'll shuffle the cards a bunch of times and just kind of get calibrated to your energy and kind of connect with the light beings and guides and everybody that I hope to work with for these readings. And I don't generally like pay attention to the cards at the bottom of the split, but for whatever reason, my attention is being called there, and I'm here for it. I don't mind. So the cards that were on the bottom of the split, one of the splits, I should say, for you guys. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog just whiling out. We had the King of Wands and the Six of Swords. So, you know, the King of Wands, he knows, he or she, it's, you know, it's the energy of the card. It has nothing to do with gender. But they know exactly what they want to do. They know exactly what steps they want to take. They know exactly what actions they want to take, exactly how they want to communicate certain things. So it's definitely kind of, you know, an indication that you could be coming up to that energy. You could have been working up to that energy. You know, it's the entrepreneur also. So, you know, there, you could be planning on starting a business or wanting to, or maybe you already have launched a business. The Six of Swords talks about movement, of course, like, but the swords deal with our thoughts. So, you know, it's moving our thoughts into a new direction. So, you know, I mean, the Six of Swords can go either way. It could go, you know, like you could be in choppy waters, heading to more peaceful, clear waters. I always kind of see the Six of Swords as kind of like universal guidance, like you're just kind of being taken into a direction. I wish I would have actually kept that card out, but of course, oh, there it is. Ha, it's the second card. So, you know, there's nobody actually guiding this thing, right? Like, you know, we just kind of have this person that's in the boat just being brought to wherever they're going. So again, like I said, you know, you could be heading in a new direction. I mean, you could be moving also, whatever that King of Wands energy is, that could maybe have forced you to consider a move. So, I mean, let's just kind of see like if that story kind of continues in the spread today. And just as last month, and of course for anybody who's new, we do a 4-card spread. The first card is the current energy. To the left of that is any blocks. Underneath is advice for clearing the block. And then the fourth position is the energy that we're heading into, what's coming next. So let's get into it. Oh, and we ask for one card at a time. We'll take two. If two cards come out together, but any more than two, we'll put them back in the deck because we do want the message to be super clear. The cards do have to fall out of the deck. If they flip in the deck, we'll just flip them back over and keep it moving. I don't shuffle reversals into the deck, but if they fall out and end up in the reverse, we'll keep them in the reverse because who am I to tell it which way to be? Other than, I guess, the way that I shuffle them. So, all right. What is the current energy for Libra? Current energy for Libra. Too many. We have the Five of Cups and the Three of Cups. And then the High Priestess at the bottom. I mean, this to me just kind of feels a little bit like a breakup. Not gonna lie. I mean, we're talking about cups here. The Five of Cups is some sort of release of emotion. The fives talk about conflict, but like conflict in an effort of change. So, you know, the depiction of the Five of Cups is there's these four cups that are kind of being emptied out. And then we have this one cup back here that doesn't really seem to be the focus, right? The focus kind of seems to be on it being a little bit sad that this whole situation is happening. And then the Three of Cups talks about like friendships and community, celebration almost. So this almost to me, so like I said, you know, it very well could be a breakup, but again, you know, I mean, breakups can span however, you know, it can be an actual romantic relationship. It can be a platonic relationship. It could be a work relationship, right? But these are our feelings about the situation. So this could also be like, I'm just kind of getting this message that maybe, you don't feel like you have a ton of support around you. Like maybe the support network that you do or have had, maybe they're just kind of not understanding the situation, or maybe they're just not really happy about it. And then we have the High Priestess, and you know, the High Priestess generally talks about our intuition and being connected to, I call it the universe juice. In this depiction of the High Priestess, it almost kind of looks like she's getting downloads. You know, like there's this big emphasis on, you know, just kind of like the crown area. So, you know, I'm just kind of getting this message of being universally guided, and we have the Two of Wands underneath it. Yeah. And then the Three of Wands. So this to me, it just kind of speaks to a change in direction. And it's again, like just kind of universally, orchestrated. Or, you know, I mean, you know, if you believe in whatever your higher power is, you know, it's just kind of coming from that, whether, you know, like you believe in source, spirit, goddess, divine, you know, whoever. Yeah, I mean, this just to me speaks of a change in direction. And change is hard. I mean, like change is definitely, you know, I mean, it's going to dredge up a bunch of emotion with us and, you know, like within our circles. So Let's see what the block is. What is blocking Libra? What is a block for Libra? If my hands worked, that would be awesome. And for the block, we have the Eight of Wands. I'm sorry, my OCD is strong. Like they have to be straight. Oh my gosh. Remember when I was like, if my hands would work? Okay, stay. That's interesting. So we have the Eight of Wands. This to me has a feeling of like it's happening too quick. The Eight of Wands talks about, you know, just fast moving. And again, like I said, was saying before with the King of Wands, the Wands talks about action, communication. And with the Eight, it's happening quickly. So like I said, you know, I mean, that could just be the block that, you know, all of a sudden it's just all kind of happening a little bit too quick. There could be multiple options going on here too. And maybe that's causing a bit of anxiety or a bit of a freak out. But then we have the Nine of Cups on the bottom and the Knight of Cups. Oh, and there's that King. And this, interesting. The Nine of Cups is like wish fulfillment. So it kind of seems like this is something that you have wanted to happen. This, you know, the Knight of Cups talks about an offer. And like I said, you know, cups have to do with our emotions. So this could be an offer of a relationship. I mean, this could be, you know, like a job offer that is something like it's like your dream job. I mean, it just kind of, it has this feeling of like something that you really cannot pass up. And that's, you know, again, like I said, these two were at the bottom of the split when I was shuffling. So, you know, this would be you very much in your power. Like this is, like I said, if this is an offer that like a dream job or just an offer that is really hard to pass up or impossible to pass up, because it is exactly what you wanted and exactly what you have been looking for, but it is going to cause you to move away from something. This could also, you know, like I'm also kind of getting this message of like, it could also almost kind of force you to level up in yourself. Like it could force you to evolve. Like grow as a person, maybe even in your position in a relationship, you know, which is hard, but so worth it, you know? Let's see what the advice is. What is the advice for Libra? What is the advice for Libra? Six of Cups. And the Queen of Pentacles. The Six of Cups talks about nostalgia. So, you know, you can see the depiction on this card. There's a child and his dog, and assuming this is the same child grown up with their grown up dog, you know, so it talks about, you know, kind of recognizing or just realizing kind of where you came from, like looking back on where you started, like where you came from. And then the Queen of Pentacles is, she's like that nurturing mom that that will like make you soup when you're sick, or you know, like they make everything homemade, or you know, just very nurturing and like kind of empress-ish kind of energy. But she's comfortable with where she is. Like she has everything that she needs. And she's holding on to this pentacle, not tightly. It almost, you know, like just kind of casually holding on to this pentacle, surrounded by all this greenery. So just very supported. So for this to be in the advice position, one kind of message that I'm getting is just, again, just kind of like recognizing that maybe this is something that you have been working for a while. You know, like just something that has been building for the last few years. Just even maybe something that you have wanted since you were a kid, whatever that is. Maybe it has to do with stability. Like maybe for the first time in a long time, there is an opportunity to be financially stable. But also, so, you know, like another message I'm getting is just that this is kind of like what's coming. Now I'm just wondering if that is, if I'm just going to repeat myself. Oh, you know, when words just escape you, that just happens to me way too often. We're going to keep moving. Because I think I did say it, just like this feeling of like, you know, getting to a place of being stable. Yeah. Because things are changing. Like, this is a big change. We have judgment for the energy that we're heading into. Judgment, I mean, you know, you can just kind of see the depiction on the card here. It is an elevation. It is a evolution almost. There's this sense of surrender on this card also. But also, like, I'm just kind of getting this sense of peace and like contentment. And then the Chariot is at the bottom of the deck, and the Chariot is also kind of quick moving. And, you know, in this depiction of the Chariot, there's nobody actually driving this thing, right? Like this guy is just like crouched on top of this carriage, and, you know, these horses don't even really seem to be attached, but they're all moving at the same speed. Right? So again, you know, kind of like I was saying before about being almost kind of like universally guided or universally taken to a new situation or even a new location. You know, I can't get away from that. Like I said, you know, I mean, it very well could be a move happening. Which I think is just, you know, I mean, it's happening for a lot of people in the last couple of years too. You know, like they talk about the Great Migration alongside the Great Resignation that's been happening over the last couple of years. You know, like you have to go wherever you're needed and wherever, you know, like the opportunity is, right? Which is hard to do. It can be sad to leave your comfort zone or the only place that you've ever lived or whatever, you know, it may be. But again, you know, just this whole story is just kind of saying that there is this successful opportunity to finally have some contentment and a level up of some extent. And then we have the Queen of Wands under that. And I love this depiction of the Queen of Wands too, because look how happy she is. Like, you know, it kind of has like this playful energy to it. This is somebody who's like found her place. Like, you know, she found her niche. She found her niche, however you say it. You know, like she found it. And there's also like this sense of ease in it too. Like she's sitting on this kind of like beanbag looking thing with her, you know, like her legs crossed. And she conjured this fire in her hand, you know, like, so, and I also love how, you know, the colors are kind of the same. So, you know, whatever this is that is coming up for you, you know, I mean, obviously just kind of like flow through the emotions, but also know that it is very much for you, and it is very much for your benefit. It is very much to get you into a place of, you know, contentment in this evolution of yourself. Beautiful. I'll leave it there. And again, thank you so much for being here. And if you enjoyed the content, I would appreciate if you followed. All right, thank you. Bye.